What? What you talking about, huh? What you doing, huh? What you doing, huh? What you doing? You looking at everybody, huh? 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 I see you. I see you. You say, what am I missing out on, huh? What you missing out on? What you missing out? What you missing out on here, huh? I hear you. What up, Kahora? What you doing? What you doing over there, Blackie, huh? What you doing? What you doing, Lavender? Up there, almighty, pooping in my bucket. You're pooping in my bucket, huh? I see you over. I see you over there too. Chicken to China, the Chinese chicken. Have a drumstick in your chicken butt. Watching X Files with the lights on. This one. Yeah, Kahora says hello. Jeez, chicken. What? Huh? What? What are you talking about? What you talking about, pooper? What's up, Lavender? What? Man, you need to be on screen all the time, don't you? Coot, coot. Coot, coot, choo. What you doing, huh? What you doing? What you talking about, huh? They sound hungry is what they sound. They expected me to give them some freaking mealworms. Look at this setup I got here. I got cameras, pan tilt zoom cameras in the coop or the run of the coop and this is all hand built. Me and my father built this, and they've got this is a heater. They've got 16 degrees Celsius, 61 degrees, and they got LED lights, and they got another pan tilt zoom camera in here. Yeah, stop spying on your chickens. Let them have some privacy. Never. I gotta know how. I gotta know. I gotta know how the production's doing. You get smacked around. Let's check. Let's see. And then I got my gravity. My gravity eggs roll out to the bottom. Okay. Let's see. I got a freaking pitchfork. I got a transformer. Yeah, boy. Yeah. Andy, say hello. Imagine if you could set up a camera in your living room. They do have one. They can watch me on the stream. Oh, I forgot what I was doing. I was getting them water. I hear ya. Cuckoo, cuckoo. The wrong button. What you doing, huh? What you doing? What you think? What you thinking about, huh? What? Eh, you think that's your burglar alarm? Huh? What? It's the pianist. Oh, sorry. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What's up, Jeeper? All right, why not? What? Go outside. Go outside. Go outside. Yeah, I see you. I see you. I know you guys once in a while. Hit the like button. Hit the like button for more chickens. I feel like an arse today. What up, Adam? Get me some freaking double taps in this summer gum. I got 80 in there. 80. 14. All right, let's get the water. I'm getting you some water, ladies. Calm down. Calm down, ladies. I hear you. I hear you. What you doing in my plants? What up, Lavender? What up, Blackie? I hear you. What you doing? Looking for worms? Yep, looking for worms. All right, let's see. Let's see if this is on. Nope, not on. All right, let's see. Making some noise. Yeah. Okay. Okay. What you doing, chickens? Hey, what up, Gawk Tug? One more day of work. Richard, how long streams the weekend? Richard, I will do the stream tomorrow. Yeah, I will do a long stream tomorrow. You work tomorrow. One more day of work. Don't worry, we're here to make it worse. That's what we do. Well, so we need a weekend. Or, feed the chickens. Feed the chickens. You're a monster. You're a monster. Oh, hit the wrong button again. See if I can't drench myself. Okay. Then we flip her over. There we go. All right. All right, ladies. I got you. Hold on, ladies. Thought it was Animal Friday. Sad now. They eat their own shit. Don't even care over there. They absolutely do. They'll eat their own eggs. They'll eat their own eggs. I wish I could win the lottery and never work again. It'd be awesome. I'm about to say it's time for support. Get some support. Support. All right. Let me put it back in your. There we go. All right. Let's see. There we go. All right, ladies, you got some water. I hear you. What you looking at? That's you. That's you. Cuckoo, cuckoo. What you doing in my path, huh? Boy, we got it. Shit and feathers there. What up, lamb? I wish I heard of drinking Buzzballs. Buzzballs makes work go by faster. And they want their worms. Yeah, they like their worms. Feed me. That's what we call it. We call it chicken crack. I can smell it from the screen. All right, let me get you guys some worms. Hold on. Let's get you some worms. Worms. Yeah, what up, Dean? Tick, 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 tick. There we go. Hit the like button for chicken crack. Chicken butt. My mewing toy. Get them worms, girls. Get them worms. Get them worms. Big old fluffed out. Look at that. Pissed off. Pissed off. Big fluff. What up, big fluff? Big fluff, man. Man, that looks rough. That looks rough. Whoa, gotcha. I am a super respect my authority. Thank you for hitting me the like button. You want to prove my authority? All right. Okay, where are we at? Thank you. Now we got 5 out of 6 of you hit the like button. All right, let's holster our worm. I'm the Supreme Goktuk, the Almighty. No, I know these are all hens, Dean. But I tell you what, I can see why they do chicken fights. Those things are violent. Like they'll go for your eyeballs with their claws. They jump up, they spread their wings out, like look really big, and they come up off the ground to like so that they can like float in the air, like fall slowly, and then they just hack at you with their freaking claws. It's crazy. I'm happy to be here, just to be honest. That's because you got that freaking vitamin D in you, Adam. Foghorn Leghorn. All right, let's see. All right, let me see. So what are we going to do? I guess we'll, it's 4:55. Okay, look, so we'll hang out outside, get some more vitamin D from the sun here, and then, all I need is a hug from my supreme leader. And then I'll take a break from 5 to 5:30. It's 4:55 now, and then I'll get back on the computer, and we'll look some stuff up and get everybody good. You want to buy a Honda E? I do have a large quantity. I have a large quantity of D. Plants. I'd buy that for $1. Freaking RoboCop. What happened to kick-ass movies, man? I started driver license in Denmark. It's $3,100. Jeez, it's $50. I think it's less than. I think it's $30 here in America. Driver's ed was $175. Driver's education was $175 if I remember correctly. It was under $200, and it was a 3-hour course. Yeah, 3-hour course, and then you pay $30 to get your. What up, David? Then you get your driver's license for $30. But the test is free. You can buy your driver's license. Sure you can. Sure you can. What's going on, Dave? They call me American. With the nose. You can buy your matric, master's, PhD, police clearance, anything expensive but possible. Swedish copy. I freaking love the internet. What you doing, ladies? Let's see here. I'm trying to get it. A 1 in a billion? That's 1,000, million, billion, 10 billion. 1 in 10 billion probability. $3, 3 hours, $150. Insane. I pay $3,100 and it's required 41 lessons at 40 minutes, 21 overdrive. That's crazy. 21 lessons over 40 minutes. That's crazy, dude. How much is your insurance? Is your insurance like $3 a year? Because I remember them talking about making driver's ed more expansive in America like 30 years ago, and they were like, it'll be like a year-long course, but then they're like, but then people will be trained better, so it'll reduce insurance. And but people called it all out, knowing that it wouldn't, because we allow people. If you have a driver's license in Denmark, it's valid in America. You can come here, you can fly, land in America tomorrow, and go rent a car if you've got a driver's license, international driver's license in any of the international countries. So you don't even need to be able to read English, obviously. Totes obs. Go eat strubbing, you son, in the sun, you Swede. All right. Volvo Druzy. Yeah, he's a Christian. Yeah, Goktu is a Christian. Insurance is still pretty. Yeah, of course it is, because they're milking you. They're milking you. They're milking you. This is the one thing I we don't got to talk about it. We get milked here too, but you guys get a lot for what you pay. But I think you overpay. Is that you? What up, Mark? Honda E is pretty. Mr. Crypto Stream. That's all right, brother. We talked about it a lot today too. Yeah, we talked about it for like an hour earlier today too. In all honesty, Volvos are great cars. Thank you, Sweden. I'm just a Turkish Mongolian. How you doing, Profac, brother? Now they're looking through the leaves trying to see if they can find any more worms that were left behind. Well, we definitely overpay. It's about a tax system and free healthcare and school comes out. Right. But the problem with free healthcare, I'd really like to actually one day look into it with somebody like you that's in a state like that to see like what is the cost? Like what do the company are the companies or are they government hospitals? That was my next guess. I can throat sing. Turkish Mongolian was pretty close, not gonna lie. So, like for instance, if you look at the cost of donated medical care, aren't all Turks Mongolian? Oh, great. Like in America, the average person spends between between $10,000 and $20,000 a lifetime in medical care. $10,000 and $20,000 a lifetime in medical care. So in Denmark, it's probably the same, right? So what they should do is after you've paid $20,000 worth of taxes for that insurance, you should be covered, and then they should have something to do, but they shouldn't tax you that much. Especially, and for free education, it's the same kind of thing, because education is free. I didn't pay anything for it, and I know quite a bit about a lot of things, and if I don't, I learn it. It comes down to the individual person. If someone goes healthy entire life, definitely overpay taxes, but if you've been very sick and took an advanced education, it makes sense. But what is the investment? Okay, so just real quick, I'm not trying to be. If you pay 55% of your taxes, of your income to taxes, and you go to college that would have cost $60,000 in America, you pay that in 1 year. If you make $100,000 in Denmark, you pay 55% plus whatever, right? So it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense because the amount you pay, if they taxed you zero, you could pay for everything. And it's always worst case scenario. Like, well, 3% of people get cancer. Okay, I understand that. And they should be helped. But that should be a given. You shouldn't be like, yeah, it's odd. Istanbul, Constantinople. Chuck E. Cheese. Yeah, it's quite interesting to see when you. The problem is most people don't know the actual value of things. Like the marketing that comes out of the government is to convince you that the money that you're paying is worth it, and to keep the populace calm, not marching in the streets for saying, why the hell are you thinking about? But I also understand that we've got 350 million people and you guys have 700,000 people. So it still costs a lot to stand up the buildings and to pay those people. So because you guys are your population is so small, they've got to get more money from less people. It's weird. I understand it though. I mean, I kind of understand it. Labor equals value. Right. But the biggest problem is the number one thing that should be funded before anything else is fraud and abuse. That's the number one thing. There should be fraud and abuse departments that get paid the most, and they get bonuses. Any fraud they find that they recover, they should get 30%. If they find $1 billion in fraud, they should get $300 million. If one dude finds it, like winning the lottery, that's what would get rid of it. That's what, imagine people like, Because you probably know buddies that do this, or that. That's what they should do. They should say, okay, we're going to tax the hell out of you guys, but to keep us honest, if anybody finds fraud and any money that's recovered, you get 30% of. You'd have people flipping on each other, and they would keep it honest. It's so dishonest. We have 6 million plus 6 million. What was I thinking? 700,000. Oh, that was Monaco. Something. Oh, I looked up yesterday. Right. I was looking up. Right, 6 million. Right, 6 million. Right. Quality of life is huge, but after medical bills and evil corporate cops, I don't know. West Virginia looks nice. America and trillions in debt. The elephant in the room. Right, but in 1 year we cut that in half. We went from $33 trillion in debt, and we just paid back $14 trillion of that in 1 year. $14 trillion got paid back in 1 year. But I understand Karl Marx, Labubu. But the thing is, the people that spent all that money, the BBC got a lot of that money, right? So they're not going to report honestly to say, oh, we didn't deserve that. We didn't even tell the truth a lot of the times. Marx is my daddy. Who's Chico? Chico and the Man? That's my chair. That's my throne. Yeah, it's pretty dang crazy. Yeah, corruption being caught should be the number one thing. But the thing is, corruption's already in place, so none of them are going to pass laws. It's good and bad. I'd rather get cancer in Denmark, but I'd rather start a business in the United States. To be honest, financially, you'd rather get it. But what are the survival level differences? Percentages out of the people that get stage 4 cancer in Denmark and the people that get stage 4 cancer in America. Because they would say more people would die in America, which is true, but what's the percentage of survival? Because most millionaires and billionaires that get cancer come to America for cancer treatment. And a lot, dude, I know Russians, my next door neighbors, they're gone. He died, he got turbo cancer from the freaking jab. And when after he died, the wife moved out, but they would have people come and live with them for weeks at a time to get from Russia to America to get cancer treatment in America. There's drugs that they don't even have as prescription for cancer in Russia. It'll be weird, comrade, the demon lord. It's weird. And the thing is, look, but if you weren't getting taxed 55% and you got cancer, you could go to America and spend $200,000 on it. So it goes either way, because airplanes exist. And if you're coming here to spend money, like guaranteed, like I'm coming here to spend a bunch of money on my cancer care, they'd be like, sure, here's your visa, and it's just, I don't know, it's crazy. Just being honest, Lamb. We took you in a heartbeat back. We took yourself in a heartbeat the other back in the day, right? It's true. Let's talk about the belts. Last time I was at work, I saw a person die. Jeez, airplanes are not actually real. Tell me more. That's one stream. Pigeons aren't real and airplanes aren't real. I think the sky is just a projection screen. They're just showing us stuff. I blame Hollywood. How you doing, Nathan? Delstein. I hold her. Oh, jeez, David, that roughs. That's not how it works. So you pay tax your entire life, so we don't need to fly to America. You can't treat it. Right. Yeah. Safety net. Right. What percentage of people need the safety net? It's a low percentage. They know that, so they can spend the money. Because the interesting thing is, it doesn't work like this. A safety net would be they take your taxes and they hold it in an account, and that account makes money. And then when you need health care, it comes out of that account. But they just sell it as free health care because more people don't need health care than do. Oh, geez, freaking David. Don't get me started on the Saxons. I saw a video of how a pigeon works. Yes, that stuff's amazing. What up, Student Award? Dude walked out in the 1970s time machine. I was born in 77. January 1977. Welcome to the 70s. What's up, student of war, my brother, my brethren? Um, but yeah, and the thing is, people don't want to talk about it because it pisses them off to be like, yeah, this doesn't make any sense. Because most people don't ever look over a top length, and I didn't until I was in my 40s, you know. But I was just like, yeah, this has got to stop. So how does it stop? How do the people that had the same start as me, like people always say, tax the billionaires, but the problem is, how did they? Not the problem. The issue is, how did they get to be a billionaire? Would you rather tax the billionaires or become a billionaire? Yes, death is definitely coming for us all. January 1977, that's when I was born, Cora. It's ultimately up to the individual person. A lot of people in Denmark are happy about the system. Yep, man. 50s, 60s, 70s have badass cars. Yes, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, 70s is when they started falling off because of the fuel crisis. I wouldn't live in Denmark with respect. I wouldn't live anywhere else. I mean, the mindset I'm in now is I don't want a safety net. I want to be able to grow something to leave to my children. So I'm not worried about that. I want to pay the least. I think I can invest my money better than the government can invest my money. And I want to give you the chance to do that. And the thing is, the only way you can do that is if you're a company. Just like we were talking about Denmark. Denmark, the income tax is 55%. And the corporate tax is 22. So if you can start a corporation to do most of the stuff in your life, more than half of the stuff in your life, then you're only getting you only get half that. So you can get rich in a corporation, but you ain't getting rich as a worker bee. You know, I mean, even if you're making $100,000 a year, they're taking $55,000 of that. Our system makes us ask questions and stress out with no answer. We don't want to keep searching and looking for answers. We just want the solitude and peace. And that's a problem. That's a big problem. And I tell you why it's a problem. The problem is problems in life is what creates growth. Most people stay immature for most topics. Just because they talk about sex and stuff doesn't mean you're mature. In what topic? You know what? So most people don't reach in to figure out, how can I make this better. They usually ask for help rather than looking for help, and I can understand that. I'm just saying that's the way it is. But Ford Escort Mark II, Fiat 131 Abarth, that one Lotus I can't remember, the Opel Kadett, the Asconia, they're sick. I've paid over $300,000 in taxes in California. Do you know who's leaving California in April? Mark Zuckerberg is moving out of California to live in Florida in April. He's taking all of his corporations, everything with him. All the people that were working in California are either going to work remote or lose their jobs. He's moving Facebook Meta to because they want to raise the corporate tax. And when you're talking about, listen, if they want to raise the tax 10% and you make $1 billion a year, that's $100 million a year that California is taking. Just California. And so you can move the company for less than $100 million. You can build a building for a few million, get a bunch of computers for a couple dozen million, you know, and you can move a lot of the stuff you already have. It's 4 times less expensive to buy a U-Haul, rent a U-Haul truck from California to Florida than it is from Florida to California. It costs you 4 times as much to go from Florida to California because, hold on, am I the other way around? Yes, it costs 4 times as much. Because so few people are leaving Florida to go to California. So to get the truck back there, so get in the funeral business, right? I had a girlfriend that did that. She made a lot of money. And her friends and her friends' family. Life is what happens when you make when you're making other plans. That's right. That's why I bought a house here in Washington. That's a good idea. Jack, people are always going to die. Yep, that's true. All right, Lamb's got something on his mind. Ireland is the best country. Disagree. Low conjecture is high conjecture for the grave digger. It's true. Sage words, says a man. Yes, everything is temporary. Someone get me a beer. If I calculate how much I got in free healthcare, it's around $30,000, and I got an education worth $40,000, and I'm not even counting all the months I got paid for free workless. All right. Okay, so I mean, we're just talking around. Okay, that's 70,000, rounded up to 100,000. So in 2 years of making $100,000, you'll have paid $110,000. Yeah, that's a crazy amount. Plus, that's only on your income. That's not the taxes you paid for your car tax, your gas tax, your cigarette tax, and and that still happens here too. I'm not saying cheers, my brothers and sisters. Cheers to you, Dave, brother. And that only my 4-year education. I paid $1,000 each month to support my life. I put the fun into funerals. Cheers, my brethren. Sure, my current house is a trailer, but it's a single wide 78-foot. Right. Listen. I'm 100% down with that, Cora. 100% down with that. Where do you want to be in 10 years? Regardless of where you want to be in 10 years, you're going to get there easier by having by your living, the cost of living being so low at your current place. You can do whatever you want. Yeah, freaking 11K. That's not even a used car in America. Watching with the rent here at $680 a month. It includes rent, lot, water, power, internet. Yep, that's great. I don't actually drink lamb. Drank twice last year. Get my thrills from being a bad person. I feel like very nice. It feels very nice to get paid to take an education. You know what? And I think I'm going to say something. I think that's built into the system. When you're young and you can rebel, they keep you paid and fed well. And then once you get out, once you stop getting the free stuff, the next free thing you're going to get is death care. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, like I'm saying, can you imagine, like, look, the pop problems going on in America is because the kids were allowed to spend money, but they owe it back. But they didn't invest anything. That's a big problem. They went to college for a bunch of crazy stuff that had no jobs available for them when they come out, except to teach more people to get degrees that don't have jobs for. I use my 5 words of Swedish knowledge. I get paid 51K a month, 5.1K a month. Yeah, that's freaking great. That's great. Right. That's great. You're getting $5,000 a month, and what is your monthly payout for gummies and freaking buzz balls and rent and everything? It's not much. So yeah, you can bank a ton of money if you want to. I pay more for my car. Oh yeah. They're gonna get you about that. I don't know about the accents. Don't ask me about those. I know some Norwegian. Yeah, this is the thing. You can't be content with where you're at. You can't be content. You can't say the government's taking care of it. Because another government can say, I want what you have, and not be nice about it. You know what I'm saying? And upend everything. I want it. At least if you've got metals, precious metals, and you say, I'm getting out of Denmark, or I'm getting out of Sweden, or I'm getting out of America, whatever, you can go to any other country in the world and be like, I got this metal. And they'll be like, here you go. Here it is. Here's it. I'm struggling on scrap. 4.7. Okay, right. All right. So 4.7 out, 5.1 in. So you have an extra $400 that you could invest every month. Right. And if you and as we get going, you'll have, probably only be a few $100s a month, in the startup, but you'll get money trickling in from that too, and that'll be basically automated. What up, Lynx? Hello, sir, from Philippines. How are you, Lynn? Lynn Vasquez. How are you, Lynn? Okay, let me see. All right, I already did. Let me see. Hey, shirts. Here's some Afrikaans for you. How's it? Hello, how are you? Masipois. Peace and prosperity. I pay my taxes in old Chuck E. Cheese tokens. There you go. How you doing, Cheese, brother? I earn a pittance. You do pretty good, too. Very fine, sir. Very nice, very nice. Let's check the chickens here. Hold on, there's a big old chicken. What you doing, girl? Huh? What? You want to be on camera? Hold on. What? Okay, never mind. Chicken butt. Oh, there you go. I hit the wrong button. Oh! Mix of Dutch and English. If I suddenly go jobless and I'm allowed to get on pay aid and get $1,300 a month. So we have the same thing here. It's $1,200 a month. A little bit, well, that's $1,300 a month. So it's about $350 a week. So we have the same thing. It's called unemployment insurance. Mix of Dutch and Anglese. Get in, Adam. Sacrifice the bird to sacrifice the bird to the All-Father. You know what? Into your head, I already am in. What up, Red Guard? Sorry, I was in the bathroom. That's all right. That was the best of us. Bear the bird. Girls in here eating some food? Drinking a water? Huh? Okay. Sounds like projection. Let's take a walk through the woods. You don't drink, not since the funnel was invented. Dang, sticker bushes. See, I when trees fall over, I line my my path with them. And I got a bunch of leaves over everything now, but what up, Tyson? I heard about it's true, you guys pagans in Sweden. Swedish pagans. Alcohol suppositories. That's not a good idea. That's not a good idea. You are truly blessed by the gods. I agree 100%. Look, I got this for so cheap. Unbelievably cheap. Twice as much as Kahora paid. And I've got 1.7 acres. And a house and a few buildings. I got greenhouse here, greenhouse there. I got my chicken coop. I got farther in the back there, I've got my shop right there. Yeah, it's my property, yeah. Yep. I've got, I grow a bunch of, we'll go around the outside out here. Okay, this is the inside of my greenhouse. This is my greenhouse, and it's got electric backup heat, gas heat, and gas backup heat. Water, and then a watering wand. And then, so, ow. Let's do this while we're here. Let's see, sorry. Hold on. Just kidding. I have a couple solar panels, only for backup stuff, like for the chicken coop and whatnot. A message from the gods. Excellent. Organic chicken. Yeah, they're all hens, so I get eggs every day. Yeah. Okay, sorry. I'm filling up my water. Filling up this water bucket. I have a pump inside here that goes to this hose, to this wand, so I can water everything. Looked like he was taking a dump. I was trying to taking a leak. Down syndrome. Retirement. I'm not even retired yet, brother. I'm only 49. I still got some time. Almost there. 7:30 for an 8. And my friend moved into Maine. The first thing he told me is it's weed is the end. Absolutely, of course it is. Of course it is. Dude, we got a bunch of farmers here. Is it legal in Turkey? I'm guessing it's not. Only 10 years older than me. Yeah, brother, right. And I started life over about 5 years, not even like 3 years ago, and everything's going great for me. And I had $0 when I was 40. Less tens of thousands of dollars in debt. In the early 2000s. Yeah, retired from the movie industry. Yep. I retired from being vitamin deficient. That's the truth. That's the absolute truth. Listen, you don't have to get exhausted as you get older. Absolutely not. Link in bio. Just kidding. There's no link in the bio. Absolutely not. Just don't trust the people that make money off of you being sick. That's the best life advice I can give anybody. Do not trust anybody that makes money off of you being sick. I'm touching grass for real. Yeah, boy. Yeah. Oh. I got some fake grass. Yep. Now we can walk around the backside of the property. Show you guys. What up, APL? Applied Physics Lab? That's where my mother and father retired from. Touching grass. Epstein? Give me vitamins. Fake grass pisses you off. Yeah, my neighbor has a dog, and they have they have a dog. They have a kid, and they have an area that the kid's playground's in. He's allergic to grass. The child is. So they have a fake grass area where his playground and stuff is. Go kick dirt. Ganja grass. Oh, look at them all up here now. Look, they're all up here. They're all up here now. All of them in here. Here's my freaking hot rod that I keep covered up. Did you ever get some weird demon worship? Yes! Hell yes! 100% yes. 100% yes, 501. Absolutely. They have vested interest in keeping you sick. That's correct. It's called Scientology. Yep, that's right. Poor child. Lamb, shut up before your Illuminati comes to get you. So I have my wood pile. I shred my own wood chips. I've got wood pile. I have multiple wood piles. Everything that's tarped over is wood. I've got all kinds of wood that's being aged. I have a fire pit right here. That's actually, it's a volcano in my backyard. It's just straight up chilling. Whew, it's hot. Woo! Lightning must have hit this tree. Look at this guy. He got wrecked. Got wrecked. Oh man, it's hot. Phew. Poor child. Mid-Solus sacrifice object secured. The Baal worshippers are coming. Illuminati du minions. So here's my workshop where I made my props. There's my chipper shredder. I got oxyacetylene, skill salt. I got my batteries, my tooling. I don't play around. Yeah, here we go. Oh, yeah, let me shut this off here. Richard's part of the industry. He needs to do sacrifices. Pool tarp. We'll go under the pool tarp. Shut up, kids. That's beautiful. Don't interrupt me. I'm solving Earth. Ever thought of creating props for your property? Bro, yeah, but listen, I've talked to a lot of people, and look, I'll help anybody do anything as long as they do their part. I've designed circuits. I have a prototype made. And I was like, okay, cool. And I soldered my own prototype, but we were going to an idea to sell across the United States. Anybody that had like a spot of land, like foot by 20 foot, for a few $1,000s could set up a business to watch dogs have fun in an aqua park. And I did everything: the pumps, the system, the filter system, everything. And he didn't want to run with it. He was worried, but I can understand that. Sorry about that. Yeah, I got away from the. But yeah, a lot of evil stuff in the movie industry. Look, people People have to understand that the Democrat-Republican split doesn't exist except in your head. People want to win or lose, and they'll do whatever they need. They'll take a Republican name, a Democrat name, or whatever to win or lose. If they keep you guys arguing over it and buying MAGA shirts and Democrat, I'm a Democrat liberal shirt, they're just getting your merchandise money. They don't. So you got to get out of that mindset, and you got to understand that you as a family, even if you're just yourself, you got to consider your family a team, and you need to compete. I'm going for a poop. Yeah, and then life gets much easier after that. I was talking to ND about this earlier. You can pay a lot less in taxes if you can set yourself up under a trust in a company. Start looking into it. A few hours a week. Save a bunch of money, and then you can invest that money, and then in 5 years you can make big moves. I have no kids. I'm not married yet. I'm going to continue the rate everything's going and growing for me. About the next 3 years, I'm going to continue just putting everything into growing the brand and the company, and then it's getting cold out here, and then I'll start looking for a woman, a wife, not a freaking girlfriend, not a side chick, a wife. Because then and I want somebody that wants to be a wife and a mother. I don't want to find somebody like, well, I don't want to have kids. Then I have no need. I don't want to just bang you. I'm done with all that crap. Don't be scared of my message. Is the spoken truth. Defiant, unbelieving souls will suffer forever in hell. Take heart to the many chances we get to have faith in Jesus Christ. Yes, sir, Tyler. If you have any kids, if you need somebody to watch them, you always got me. Thank you, Dustin. Thank you, brother. A wife will never be a mother, though. I'm a wife, never be a mother. Right. So for instance, you're a kick-ass person. But I don't date for kicks. I have a goal I want to accomplish, right? So if a great woman like Kahora was like, hey, I don't want to be a mother, I'd be like, well, I hope you find somebody that makes kick-ass life with you. Because my point is, and this is why I don't understand dating, it's just spending money. It's just wasting money. You go to work, you get taxed on that to go spend it on people that don't want to do anything for your future. Why be a mom when human lives are expendable to the government? That's true too. And to make a change, right? I think a lot of people think about what is now, not what is to come. Political. Sometimes people without kids are seen as disappointments. It's sad. No, absolutely. I understand. Absolutely. Yeah. Hey, I screwed up for 40 years. I got my shit together. Everything's going great. I turn people down all the time. I turn so many people down that are like, can I get your Snapchat? So I'm just like, you gotta be kidding me. And I get it to the point where I think people just want, like, this whole Epstein thing. I can imagine people that are just like, hey, can I get some pictures, this and that? And they got like, they don't have like an image, like a profile picture. I'm like, so what? I send you something, and then in the future, you'd be like, look, I was 14 when he sent me this. Yeah, hey, I ain't even risking. I don't even care. I don't even care. Pious people. Who needs when you have a W202 Mercedes 230 C230 compressor? Proud of you, son. Pious, yeah. I have kids, but it's kind of hard to make them listen. It's kind of, yeah, that's part of it. Richard got a roster, girls. He doesn't tell us. I prefer Baby Lamb. Dustin, did you listen as a kid? Probably not. I bought a Honda E. If I bought a Honda E, I want to visit Richard. I would have to recharge the car battery 55 times. That's 27 hours of charging time for the taste. Oh. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Damn it. He sure does have a flock of chicks in this property. Dang it, stupid. There we go. What is that? A flock of chicks. That's what I got. And I tell you what, it's amazing how much you can get done. Think about when I used to date and hang out and do blah blah blah, I would spend hours a day in text messaging, talking, dating, all this hours, like probably 3 4 hours a day, just burnt up for nothing for the future at all. And people I wouldn't even marry. Like I definitely was like, no, it's no way, no way. You'd be a freaking horrible mother. You're yeah. And people are like, but she's hot. Okay, you do that. I'll leave her for you. Screech. Those blunder years disappear after a blink, right? Dustin, you are what you're experiencing. What you're experiencing is karma, and there's all types of it. You got your good karma, bad karma, soma karma. Yep. Yeah, as a grown up, and nice stuff as a kid. I was bad. Yeah, so was I. Yeah, I was a pain in the eye. I was a middle child, so I had that middle child syndrome type stuff too. Look at me, look at me, look at me. But I have an older brother and a younger sister, so I think when my sister came along, it was more like, I mean, I didn't care. Me and my brother hung out, so it wasn't. I didn't experience like my parents hang out with me anymore because I had my brother hang out with. I'm 23. I'm still an arsehole. When does it get better, Nick? When does it get better? Didn't get better for me till I was in my 40s. Middle child too. Still a pain. Yeah. 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 It's not. This is the thing. When my mindset changed to stop being unhappy where I'm at, because if you change your goals to a future goal, you see yourself progressing rather than saying I'm not where I want to be and feeling yourself stagnate. If if you, and I tell people this about investing too, don't look at your, if you don't need the money right now, like if you say I want a house in 5 years, and instead of putting money into the bank, I'm going to put it into silver or gold, instead of looking at it every day because you're not going to pull it out until the day you're ready to go get your house. Don't worry about the anxiety. Don't worry about what's going on every day. It just causes anxiety. And the little blips that naturally happen in the cycles, you don't want to sell. So just like, don't wait. Like, wait. Yeah. Only look at them maybe once a week. And I do that more often now because I talk about it a lot. My goal, what's your goal, Richard? I know it may be a hard question. You seem to be together your priorities. You look happy, my friend. I'm curious about it. Yeah, my goal is to build a platform or multiple platforms that I can get multiple. I want to make an alternative to the bullshit, the everything, the Republican, the Democrat, like all that. Like right now, you've got the hardcore. I think most people don't care about any of that stuff, regardless of what they say on the internet. I want to find comedians. I want to find actors. I want to find computer programmers, game developers, and I want to build a community of people that wants to make cool shit. And it's not going to be like, well, are you pro-Trump or anti-Trump? I don't give a shit. I'm pro-Richard. And then with the talent and skill of people that I've worked with, and I talk to everybody. I talk a lot. And so you find all these people that don't care, but publicly they're berated into saying, oh, well, I'm for Kamala Harris. Okay, but they don't really care. So, and I think now all that's falling apart. I think the TPUSA halftime doing 25 million views in 12 hours really shook up advertisers, and they realized there's a lot of money to be made in alternatives to this. People are so tired of it because everyone's been lying about everything for years, and now all this stuff's coming out fine, and then it's like, and then you can't, like it used to be, if I want to do better than you, I just call you a racist, regardless if it's true or not, or I call you this or that, transphobic, and everybody says, whatever, you're full of crap. So that's all gone. And I want to create something that goes against all that. Like I don't care to be political. If you want to say political jokes, say political jokes. But I want to put an alternative education and entertainment system up. What did I miss? What's your max bench? Like 202. Stop cussing, Lamb. Be better. My Max bitch. What up, Carl? ND Beauty. ND Beats. Buy a Japanese sword. Learn the way of the sword and fight in 3 years. Right. I'm only agreeing with you. I learned in my short time alive that patience trumps everything. Everything. Anxiety is what everyone that wants to control you uses. They'll lie and say it's other stuff. It's anxiety. Anxiety and fear. That's it, everybody. They'll tell you the other person will destroy your world. When, listen, they won't destroy the world because they won't have anything if the world's destroyed. So don't worry about that. Don't worry about the $4 trillion that were made for the COVID hoax. You know, that they took something that was naturally cycling and then just over dramatized it, and sold a bunch of crap that made a bunch of people a lot of money. But yeah, wait a second, what'd you say? Patience trumps out everything. If you want to act out and spite shit, if your girlfriend is rude, wait, everything passes. Right, absolutely. Emotions pass. Anxiety passes, but most people act on their emotions. You've got to learn past that. You've got to learn that today doesn't matter as much as tomorrow. My children finish study, but now not listen to me anymore. That's life. Pray for the best, right? Off grid type. Let's go. I'm prepared for the grid to shut off right now. I'm not putting my life in anyone else's hands. No, I'm not gonna. My food ain't gonna come from nobody else. They're gonna come from my community, and this is what I think. I think all the fake community, like the people, like if you're in a community and you change something, and those community cuts you off, they're not a real community. Right? So they should be able to be with you through thick and thin, through all of life's troubles, regardless of your political affiliation, because it changes. There's fake Republicans, there's fake Democrats. You don't know what's real. Choose. I don't use weapons. I was raised to throw hands. It's easier said than done, right? But the thing is, as long as you see it constantly progressing, Uh-oh. I hear my neighbors. Yeah, there's no eggs. Nope. They were, wood. That's a, go find your mom. Yeah, no, they were wood. Unless you just saw them just now. No, there's none. There's none. No, there's none. I just went there. The neighbors with them eggs. Yeah. Okay. And they come steal my stuff. Lamb, ND Beats, I trained myself to punch hard by hitting walls, iron, and trees. Let's rock out. Lamb, come on, man. Why are you acting this way? You've been messing up the stream. He's all right. Don't worry about Lamb. He's an old head. He's been here for a year. Stop cussing for F's sake. Now you're going to get it. Yeah, everybody calm down, including you, Dustin. ND, don't be a hypocrite. I think Lamb's gonna be okay, just being himself. Yeah, just being himself. Yeah, well, for Dustin's fairly new here. Lamb's been here. He just hasn't been here as much in the past month. But yeah, Lamb used to and still is very much part of the stream. He'll probably be on tonight if he's available. He was going to be on last night, but I ended up having a bunch of stuff to do and then not getting back to the stream. Don't call me a hippo. That's a veiled compliment. I don't want to calm down, okay? All right, don't calm down. If you guys do not calm down on me, want me cussing, you do not want me cussing here, believe me. Okay, calm down. Everybody calm down. You want to cuss? Just calm down. Everybody's starting problems. Let's say sorry. Okay, Lamb, be respectful. Okay, what's going on? What am I missing here? Everybody loves everybody. Richard Neighbor put out there, predicted pace out. Yes, the neighbors come by. The neighbors come by. They get eggs. They bring their kids by and stuff and get eggs. And they were saying, "Is there any eggs?" And I'm like, "No, I just checked. Make sure there's some land. There's no eggs in here." This is usually where they lay their eggs, or back in these guys here. But yeah, egg protection tax. My fig buzz. I'm going to alight from this chat for about 10 minutes to ask myself some serious life questions. All right, Lamb. All right, that's it. But yeah, You don't have to join a side. You can create your own. Absolutely. I'm not down with none of this. And if you start breaking things down, and I think this is a big thing when they started pushing the whole racism thing, they wanted everybody to think one side or the other. But it's always been one side or the other, Democrat or Republican, black, white, whatever, whatever. And it's not. It's good people and bad people, plain and simple. And they don't want to do that. They don't want to be like, well, I am this color, but I'm a Democrat, so I'm better, or I'm this color and I'm Republican. No, it's all bullshit. They're all just talk. So if most stuff out there contains a bunch of stuff, and I want to have, I think, if in the future, in the very near future, if we have something, a product available to people that doesn't promote the status quo of what, yeah, I think that'll what people want. Cool poems. It's okay. There you go. I guess I haven't looked into this. I think you need to check more. I knew there's some eggs there. Don't fool me. I'm looking to bulk up items. Thanks for the eggs inside the chickens. There are eggs inside the chicken. I'm selling souls in bulk. You're covered in emotional scars. Yeah, a lot of us are. And you know what the thing is like a lot, like, people have to understand how the game works. They have to understand that if you're hearing it on TV, it's market manipulation. It's meant to determine how you buy, who you support, and what you buy. Instead of just, I want to go and laugh. What's wrong? And they destroyed that. They destroyed comedy. The status quo destroyed comedy. It's just finally coming back. But when people are doing things that are obviously stupid, just because somebody's going to start a company to sell something, and they're like, hey, I can get a government official to back it up and say, you should buy this or you're a bad person, that forces you to buy something. Lamb up. It's just over, Andy. It's just over. It's over. Just stop. Don't tell me what to do, Dustin. Yeah, Dustin, don't tell him what to do. Dustin, Andy's boss. Yeah, there you go. He's the big dog. There's a pecking order. That's all right. That's all right. You're still learning. Sometimes you gotta poke the bear to see if it's the one you want to poke it at. I understand, bro. Violence. It's all right. We're all good. I love everybody. There's too much testosterone here. Hey, what's going on, Kelvin? Jay Giles band, Love Stinks, or Flock of Seagulls? I ran, brother, Flock of Seagulls. Jay Giles, great song, but Flock of Seagulls, dude. I'm in 77, baby. I'm in 1977, baby. That Flock of Seagulls, dude. That hair, the freaking video, MTV back in the day. And I'm going to tell you that again, too. I think an alternative to the AI, I think it's going to be our generation, the people that are between 50 and 30 right now, for the most part, regardless if you want to call us Gen I, whatever, we're our own generation. And we can make entertainment that's not right-wing and or left-wing. It's just entertainment. If we can make cool shit. And the thing is, this is where it's going to be birthed out of. And I think people are going to want to experience humans. People are going to want to go. They're not going to know. You're going to go to the movies and you're going to know that Hollywood's a bunch of jerk faces. You can tell what they say at the Grammys and stuff, how they don't say what they believe, because what they say and what they do is two different things. So they're obviously liars. So if we can offer an alternative, if you want to see a band play, a hip hop act play, a musical act, you can go see the humans on stage doing it. And not only that, you can go watch the streams where they rehearsed, they wrote the songs in the studio, rather than be like, here I am with my laptop, record song, make me a song that's freaking awesome. Processing with your AI, and that's going to be flooded. So mark my words, the AI fatigue will be strong. People are still going to want to be entertained. We'll have to offer them something. Everybody else in the world is going to get disheartened and be like, I might as well not even practice the guitar because AI will... No. Even the richest people in the world watch people beat the piss out of each other. They don't watch AI robots beat each other up. They want to see human men beat the piss out of each other to see what man trained better, what man is. They want to see humans achieve. They don't give a shit seeing computers achieve. It's funny to see the representation. It's good for the memes. But actual entertainment, that's where I'm going. Glow in the dark rubbers. Yeah, do you remember that back in the day? What was that movie? Real Men. I have a photograph of you. The only way to win sausage fights is to sell hot dogs like politicians, right? Right. You could, yeah. Listen, you can use those methods. They're just advertising and marketing methods. You learn them and use them, but don't be a jerk. Don't be an asshole liar. You can be a good person and sell a good product. People want to spend their money. But they've been forced to be like, oh my God, you did that. You're a bad person now, and it's all crap. Foreigner Urgent or Kansas wayward son. Carry on my wayward son. Carry on my wayward son. Carry on my way. The Urgent's pretty good too. But carry on my wayward son. Lovely Lahore. Did you go outside to or a farm? I'll join you. Lovely lamb lunch. Exactly. Jeffrey Epstein. What up, Lucy? Hefty Peppenstein. ND Beats. Let's play rock, paper, scissors after. If your answer is 1, 2, 3. Rock, paper. Oh, ND. Oh, he beat you. Rock beats, or paper beats rock. Oh, break something. No, we're good. Okay. Richard R. Farmer near the Chickens. I got it. What you ladies doing, huh? Girls are quiet. Bloody men. Hello from Germany. Hello, Weilhaus. Hello. Welcome to America. Welcome to America. Guys, he asked me, do you think you can make me some fried chicken? Stop making it about you. What up, Kahor? Welcome back. Hey, Richard literally swiped his hair back, looked like the sun's. He's an RO farmer. I didn't even realize I did it. Who would win, 1,000 grillers or 1 chicken? My chicken. My chicken. The gorillas. I got us something for every purchase. Okay, all right. Tarzan would win, right? I won the match. Now you owe me your firstborn. I smell danger. This is the difference between the North and the South. Right now, there's country music blaring from somebody's car in the background. Not rap, hip-hop, gangster rap. Let me make it fair. 2,500 gorilla. It's an MP40. The chicken. They hold the midsummer solstice around Richard's nose. I married and my wife is 26 years older and I'm 21. You having kids? 47. Jeez. I gotta send. Does the love contain D3? It better contain D3. I mean, that's why I spend time outside. Have your skin exposed to the sun. It'll change your life. Listen, you ever wonder why people sunbathe? They feel better when they do it, not just look better when they do it. And remember, you had people that were shaming people. You're trying to look another color. You're culturally appropriating. Shut up. Uh-oh. Who would win, the cat and the dog, or a chicken? Dude, well, depends on the size of the cat. A big cat, equal-sized cats, dogs, and chickens, the chicken would win. Dude, if you're talking about a rooster, yeah. The hens would get tore up. We farming chickens, homie. Thousands of chickens, quack, quack, quack. Gluten-free, please. You're a chicken. No, I'll never bring a child into a world full of goods, yeah? The chat is cursed. Yeah. You can go on live later. Yeah, I'm going about a half hour past what I wanted to do. I wanted to, an hour. I wanted to stop at 5 o'clock. I thought it was 5:30. It's 5:53. Yeah. So we'll wrap up here in just a second, and I'll eat dinner, and then I'll get the stream ready, and you can jump on with me. I'll send you a link, Lamb. Are you ready now? I mean, in like a half hour, Lamb, or you want me to start first? Oh, whatever. I'll start first. You can text me when you're ready. Who would win a fight, Andy Zuccarello, Ronnie Coleman Chicken? Dude, Ronnie Coleman Chicken would smash that. Uh, just bring paper towels to clean up your mess, Lamb. Concubine. George Benson, give me the night. We're cool in the gang. Hollywood swinging. Man, good question. Cool in the gang. All right, everybody. Thank y'all. Hugs and kisses. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Appreciate y'all being here. I'll see you in a bit. Bye.